need to have a conversation with someone. You know, I just want to plant it. Just want to plant it. You know. You ever buy pot? You ever buy pot? You know, sometimes I go to Walmart. I get a lot of pot at Walmart, right? I don't have a satellite, but you know what? I span the globe, right? Span the globe, ain't got pot. Now, if I say these words differently, like I got 2 zucchinis in the garden. I was stopped. The lady stopped me. She says, "I love your zucchini." She goes, "That's a big zucchini." I'm going like, "Is that code? Is that code?" She says, "No, I'm not wearing a coat." She says, "You want to see underneath?" I go, "No, I don't want to see underneath." I go, "It's a zucchini." She goes, "I know. C'est gros." I said, "Gros." That's French. You see, if you were French, you'd be able to grab the drift of what's going on right now. I didn't say I'm drifting. I'm on the same subject. It's all about my zucchini, right? Now, at the end of the season, I got zucchinis now, but at the end of the season, I'm going to have watermelons. Can you believe it? And the lady asks me, she says to me, "Got any carrots?" I says, "Carrot?" She says, "What do you want to do in a carrot?" She says, "I want to munch on it. I like to put it in my mouth." I said, "Yeah." I said, "You already got something in your mouth. It's a banana." She says, "I know how sweet it is. How we can play with legume." But you know legume, what it means? It means you're a vegetable, which means you're like not using your head. I didn't say anything about head or watermelons now. Now, if I was doing this on stage, would I be funny? I have no bees around to get married to my honey. Pollination. 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 Pollen. There's a lady called Sarah Pollen. Now to pollinate, what does it mean to pollinate? Are the chemtrails pollinating our nation? The energy is no concern, but CERN is the energy that moves the sky. You ain't gonna get big watermelons if you got CERN powering the sky. Chemtrails in the sky. You know what I'm a little bit confused about? I'm a little bit confused about airplanes. They say airplanes can only carry so much weight, yet when you put in 30 gallons of airplane fuel, that's 150 tons of weight. And I know I'm all over the place. I just came from my garden and I want to go out and I got all kinds of things on my mind. And, oh, it crossed my mind. And if you were talking in French, il m'a crossé. That's like a sexual note. Il m'a crossé. You know? Anyways, I'm not having a stroke. You know, my heart attack. I didn't say heart-on attack. I said heart attack. I didn't say hard attack. I didn't say attack anything that's hard, and when it's hard, you have to just attack it and get it done. I didn't say to tack it into the wall, like to nail it and get her out of the room. I don't care what you're nailing. Jesus Christ, what's going on?
Hand in hand.
We work together, 2 by 2. Much easier 2 by 2. A hand. What did they say about the hand in the bush? Oh, God. Again. Edith, get your hand out of the bush. It ain't Archie. But you wouldn't know anything about Meathead, would you? Now, if you were a vegetarian 20 years ago, would Archie Bunker, Edith, and Gloria, would you know what I'm talking about if Lionel walked into the room? I bet not. Jack. Off. Yeah, Jack, get off. Name of my dog. On my lap. I told him jack off. You know what I'm saying? Am I here to be funny? I could be. Do you think I'm coming here to make jokes? Not one bit. Not one bit. I can say all kinds of little things. But the thing is, if I was on stage and you knew I was funny, you would be laughing, I'd be funny. But because I'm not on stage and I'm not noted to be funny, that it can't be funny at all. And we can keep on going on with these little things. So what I'm getting to, if you were able to get through 4 minutes and 44 seconds, and in French that would be cat, 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 3 cats. Funny about the cat and the dog, it's just so funny. The dog, the wolf, the fox, basically around the same animal. The cat, the tiger, the cat, the tiger, and what was the other word I was using? The cat, the tiger, and the lion. You went out of the forest, into the jungle, down into the garden, off the lawn. Was it a bear? Was it an elephant? 2 big animals, right? Did you jump into the lake, drive by the river, jump into the ocean, or did you happen to catch some fish in the stream? But I was streaming online. Backwards for strap is parts, and I'm stepping up 7, but I'm stepping down 6. When they bury you 6 feet under. We give a high 5, but when we're going up, it's 7. And it's green for go. And there's a little red dot for a sun. Because that's when you're drinking 7-Up. So when they bury you 6 feet down, 6 feet down. But I only got 2 feet in the ground. 5 and 5. 55. 55. Not funny. Not funny. If I say 1.25, it's actually 1.25 or 1 1/4 is only 25% more than the whole of what you have. And I didn't say you're in a hole. I didn't say anything about putting one in the hole. Okay? Keep your zucchini out of this. All right? And things that fit in a hole, you can put a pumpkin in a hole. I mean, if it was a round hole, I mean, obviously, if you're digging a hole, you're going to dig a square hole. And if you dig the hole big enough, something round that's smaller is going to fit into it. So 1 1/4 is also a representation of 5 times 5 times 5. And 5 will cut everything in half. Like 5 times anything will be half the number that it is. Are you lost or confused? Well, if you take the number 9 and multiply it by 5, it'll end up being 4 1/2. And that's half a 9, or 45. And it's still the numeric value of half a 9. If you multiply it by 2, 4 1/2, it'll become 9 again. So 5 and 2 is the numeric value for Earth. 1 is in the middle of 5. Which is obviously surrounded by 4, and the numeric value for Mars is 51. 1/4 of all time is 15, but 1/4 stands for 25. Earth and Mars, the totality is 35. 1 and 2 go together, 35. That's the electric company, and we're running Herbie. Herbie, you know Herbie? The electronic Volkswagen VW, total of 45, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. The numeric value for birth inside or of the sun. Remember the word the. TH and E. The H, or teach, because it's TE, and it's H for ACE, ACHE, or ACH, okay, or tash, or tathlik. Tathlik. It's a Hebrew word for, I'm not really sure, but it's like a job, something in Hebrew when you go up to the Torah and you read. Because words in other languages speak to me. The Hebrew language speaks to me. Part of the Greek language speaks to me. Words I hear from Thailand speak to me. When I hear somebody utter a word, I'm not thinking about 4 parts to a word, because when you utter a word, the cow has an udder and chews 2 cuds. So when you utter and have chew 2 cuds, okay, now it's getting really confusing now. When you have 2 and 5, and in between 2 and 5 is 3 and 4, and that's DC. And to create DC, you need AC to create DC, because AC is the first and the third letter. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 will create 3 and 4. And the reverse of that in the alphabet, unless you're taking the half alphabet, or unless you're going in gematria, 3 and 4, where 4 is half a 7, but 7 is the point between the rise and the fall of 66, and 66 the highway, all the way down near the 80 highway on the side. The old highway was the 66, also standing for woman on each side of the 7th gate. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9, it took our birth and split it up. 7, 8, 9. 3, 1, 3. There's your 6. 3 with the 1 spirit, or the 1 connect, the 2 sides of 3, creating 6. 3, 1, 3. 3, 1, 3. But all you have is 7 on top. We're going to leave it alone and leave it at this and leave it at that and let it be the way it is. And that's what I had to say. And I can probably say more forever if I keep on thinking and taking out some numbers. If we had other people, and there are others in the room, but I just don't see them right now. And I can imagine that I see them, and I can actually tell you they're here because you don't see what's actually in my room. But I'm not in my room, I'm in the den. And I've said enough. Out to the sun. I've got a zucchini and some watermelons in my garden. Thank you for watching.